This is obviously an M41S Fade. This is a very sick skin. It has been a huge talk of the CS community ever since the Armory update came out, and this is the first M41S Fade that I have ever owned, so I'm really happy and excited to own a very sick Counter-Strike skin. And up until this point, I have not made any Armory investments just yet, but the more I think about it and the more I look at things, I'm getting ready, I think, to make a pretty significant Armory investment. Now, the hard part is deciding what to invest in because there's so many different options, but I really think a lot of these Armory items are about to explode, so that's what I want to talk about in this video today. Today's video is sponsored by Skins Monkey, an automated CS2 trading platform where you can turn your skins into new ones simple and easy. You can use code GERM to get up to $5 free bonus on your first trade. You can also use that same code GERM to get a 5% extra deposit bonus on top of the 30% deposit bonus that Skins Monkey is already offering. During the holiday season, you can also go on Skins Monkey and claim a free gift. Skins Monkey also has a Christmas calendar going on right now where you can come back daily and get even more free gifts. So there's really no reason to not go check out Skins Monkey with that first link in the description below today. So I recently had an opportunity to pick up this M41S Fade and a ton of other Armory skins. Obviously, I'm a cash trader. I'm buying stuff all the time. I'm buying and selling stuff all the time. And right now, the Armory items are something that a lot of people are ending up with their inventory. Obviously, they're buying Armory passes. They're farming stars. They're trying to redeem things. I know a lot of people are like redeeming these collections. Then the extra stuff they get, they're trading it up into these top tier skins. So these things are coming up a lot. So I want to show off a bunch of the items that I've gotten to buy recently, and then also talk about how good of an investment that I think the Armory update is overall. So this M41S Fade is very sick. We got the charm on the front. We got the Furious Stockholm stickers on it, which I actually think look pretty good on the sticker as well. This M41S Fade is just so clean. It's so cool. This is factory new with a 0.025 float. So just a really nice skin. Like I said, the first M41S Fade I have ever owned. Some of the other stuff I picked up this week, I got this Neon Rider AK-47. This is factory new, I do believe. Funny little craft. Overall, it's a cool skin. Obviously not an Armory item, but some of the stuff I picked up. Also picked up some Cloud9 Antwerp Hollows. Really pains me anytime I pick up borderless stickers and stuff like that at this point. But if I get a good price, it was also part of some other trades and stuff, I'll still pick it up, whatever. But getting into all the Armory stuff that I picked up, I got like a ton of the really sick Armory stuff, and I'm super excited about that. We did pick up this CMYK, this op in factory new. Now, I do believe that this is most people's like least favorite of the top tier Armory skins, and I get it. I don't really think it's that sick. I don't think it's that interesting. There's definitely ops that look better than it, so I don't know if a lot of demand's necessarily going to be going towards the CMYK. But the good thing about the CMYK is that since there is so low demand, it is going to definitely have lower supply than some of the other items out there. Now, I don't think this is necessarily the one that I'll be loading up in, because I really do like going towards stuff that has higher demand. And even though there is going to be more supply and stuff like the Be the Monster and in the M41S Fade and stuff like that, these are still all limited edition items, obviously being a part of these collections, and if and when they get removed from the Armory update, still there's going to be scarcity and a finite supply. So I don't need to go for the super low, super finite supply of something like the CMYK, because I just think there's not going to be tons of overall demand. But I thought this was pretty cool with that sticker on it. We also have the AK-47 Be the Monster. Now, this one I think is super sick. I think people were definitely sleeping on this one when it first came out. This thing is so fun and interesting. It's colorful. It pops. It's just something different. This is a very sick AK skin. I do definitely believe that it is top tier. Now, obviously, there's some very good looking AK skins in the game, but I do think this is one that is definitely going to garner a lot of interest from people. You have a ton of possibilities and opportunities for crafting, but maybe there's a little bit too much going on. Maybe crafting and stickers and stuff don't fit on this one a ton, but even just by itself, it is really beautiful art. It looks very good and clean. I really do like this one, and the more I see it, the more it does grow on me. And this is one that I could definitely seeing being a worthwhile investment going forward in the future. I think it's going to have genuine demand. I think people are going to continue to like it. Here we have an Op Krakow, obviously from that Overpass collection as well. This one in field tested. We have the Glock 18 Axia. This thing I think is actually pretty cool. I really love that new glittery design they're doing with a lot of different things. Also got the clean top. It gives you some different opportunities for crafting and stuff. You can throw some stuff up on the top. I know tons of people have taken this Glock 18 Axia and thrown like blue shiny stuff on the top to make it look like a full blue gem. It's pretty cool. That's definitely something you can do. We have a USPS Monster mashup. This one in Stat Track. Again, you just got a bunch of stickers and stuff on the front. Pretty cool skin. I like it. We have that M41S Fade. We have a Mac 10 Fade. We have some other skins here. We have the dual Berettas, Sweet Little Angels from the Overpass collection. This one's pretty cool. Very, very colorful and vibrant dual Beretta skin. We have the Dragon Snore. This skin I really, really, really like. This is one that I think is very cool. Obviously, zoo skins are still kind of a new concept. I believe there's only 2 zoo skins in the game, but I do think the Dragon Snore is another one that I could definitely see myself throwing a decent amount of money into, because I think this one is actually really, really cool. I think it's a nice skin. I also picked up these StatTrak Shadow Daggers Fade. Now, obviously, StatTrak knives are something I generally tend to stay away from, but when you get something cool that comes up for a decent price, sometimes you still have to pick it up. Hopefully, these won't take me too long to sell or be too miserable or too much of a headache or whatever. We got the Specialist Gloves, Lieutenant Commander. Pretty cool. Normal gloves, but anytime I can pick up gloves, I love to do it. We have this Souvenir Og Carved Jade. The Carved Jade looks very, very, very sick. I love that green kind of, it's got the same effect like the blue phosphor, something like that, just in green. Yeah, it's an Og skin, but it's still pretty cool. Stiletto Knife Tiger Tooth. Tiger Tooth knives are very sick. Stiletto knives pretty cool. Anytime I can pick those up, I like them. And then finally, we have the Desert Eagle Starcade. Now, again, this is from that graphic design collection. This is one I really, 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 really do like. This is a very clean Desert Eagle skin. That glitter, shiny effect looks so sick, and I think the skin looks really cool. I know, obviously, a lot of people are talking about the Desert Eagle Heat Treated right now, but I think the Starcade might also be getting a little bit slept on. This is something I could definitely see doing well. Now, again, the Armory update. It has been out for a while now. I believe it came out early October, so it's been like 2 months. Yeah, there are a ton of these skins out there, but again, people are redeeming these Armory passes less and less and less. The hype surrounding redeeming them is actually going down, and all of a sudden, some of these skins the prices are kind of all over the place. We have the AK-47B, the Monster and Factory New. It's down 18% over the past month. Obviously, this is a very, very expensive skin. You have that in some other wares, but again, AK-47B, the Monster. This is definitely one I'm looking at, and definitely one that I would consider investing in and buying into. But again, as these skins have already been out for 2 months now, every month that passes, we have to be getting closer to these things being removed eventually. I know there's some people that think that the Armory skins are going to remain in the game forever. I'm definitely not in that boat. I do think these are going to be limited edition items. I do think they're going to have finite supply. This is called the Overpass 2024 collection. You think the Overpass 2024 collection is going to be like redeemable in game for the rest of time? I definitely don't think so. I think these are going to be, akin to operation items or whatever. I think they'll be in the game for something like 6 months. Anywhere between 6 and 12 months wouldn't really shock me. And obviously at this point, we're only 2 months in, so I do still think you have plenty of time. I don't think you need to go buy and go out and load up on these things right away, but I do think buying some of these skins could make a ton of sense, and they could be worthwhile investments in the long term. AK-47B, the Monster, definitely one that I like. Like I said, it's down 17% over the past month. Maybe have a chance to buy the dip on it a little bit. Who knows? We have that Op CMYK in factory new. These are up 32% in the past month. Like I said, these are not necessarily something that I'm totally looking at. Also, a lot of these prices aren't even necessarily up to date. CSGO stocks has kind of been dropping the ball lately, so also don't read too much into these graphs, I guess. From my understanding, a lot of the Armory skins have been doing pretty well over the past couple weeks, so I would just assume that a lot of this stuff is up. But the CMYK, again, I don't know if this is necessarily something I would load up on. If you bought 1 or 2 or whatever, you want to throw a little money into them, I don't think it would be too bad, but this is not something I would necessarily be loading up on a ton. I just think there's better op skins out there, and I don't know if this one is going to have enough general demand over time. The M41S Fade and Factory New, this one actually does have prices that are up to date. This thing's pretty flat over the past month. Again, the worry with people about this is that there is so many of these being created, and that there might be too many to meet the demand. And yeah, there are a lot out there, but again, we also have more players than ever before, and also the player base is growing. Things have looked really, really good in 2024. The player base has grown, and if 2025 and beyond the player base continues to grow, then I don't think these things are too much to worry about. This M41 skin looks very, very good. Obviously, the M4 is an iconic top tier item, and if you have a top tier M4 skin for one of the most popular guns, and it is limited, I think it's an overall recipe to still do pretty good. Now, I don't think any of these things are going to be like insane investments. We'll have to see maybe once Armory gets removed if they start to explode, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, it's a great looking skin, but for the M4, you do have other great options like the blue phosphor and stuff like that, so who knows. Obviously, this is an expensive one, so it's going to be tough to load into too much, but I do think that these could definitely increase in price. We'll have to wait and see. Dragon Snore, again, this is one that I really, really, really like. This is one I could definitely see myself throwing some money into. It's a little bit obviously cheaper than those top tier options, but it's also for a zoo, so it's not as crazy as some of that other stuff, but obviously these can be used for trade ups and things like that, and that is going to give them some value. There, that Starcade as well that I was talking about, these are down 16% in the past month, but again, this price isn't all the way up to date. But again, I think this is a really beautiful Desert Eagle skin that could definitely see some price improvement there. And then finally, we have the Desert Eagle Heat Treated to talk about as well. Again, in factory new, these things have been going insane. They're up 140% in the past month. I do think that this is a little bit of people pumping them. You got to be a little bit careful. There could be, overall some market manipulation and stuff like that. And there are a ton of these out there. And the only thing that worries me about Heat Treated is that there are some that are very ugly. The bad patterns are pretty bad. But loading up on decent pattern, decent, blue Desert Eagle Heat Treated, I actually think could be pretty good because obviously they're going to be pretty limited. And we also know when these are going to be removed. So obviously these things I think are going to be the first item removed from the Armory, so they're not going to be around for too much longer. And it is still, the blue gems are a pretty decent looking Desert Eagle that's going to have plenty of value and demand and stuff overall. So those could be also options that I'm looking for investing into. And then finally, I do think another good way is going to be the lowest rarity, the light blues from all of the Armory collections. Obviously, I think that the Sport and Field collection is going to be a good one to go for because M41S Fade has a ton of demand. It's something people are always going to be trying to trade up into and to work into and stuff like that. But also these light blues, the best thing about them is that once they are removed, they are gone. And also no more of these are going to be created because obviously as people use them up as trade up fodder, they're going to be deleted and you can't trade up into them. So no new ones are going to be created. I think something like the AK-47 Olive Polycam is a really, really cool option because not only is it a cheap AK skin, but it's also going to be, like I said, trade up fodder for people trying to get, working their way up through the whole line into the M41S Fade. So that could be something that I'm really, really looking at as far as an investment opportunity into the Armory skins as well. So I finally do own some Armory skins. I'm really, really excited about that. There's tons of really, really good looking ones. This is really cool. And I think that over the coming months, obviously, like I said, I still think we have plenty of time, but over the next coming months, I could definitely see myself loading up on some more Armory skins, buying some more of these, adding these to my collection, because I think these are a great investment opportunity. It might take some time to make the money off of it, but I think, 1 to 2 years from now, I think the prices we're seeing today for Armory items are going to look very, very cheap in comparison, but we'll have to wait and see. Pretty much every video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.